So, here's a question that stirs up a lot of debate in the ISO world. ISO 9001-2015 removed the requirement for a quality manual. Does that mean we can just ditch it?
Exactly. Some companies jumped at the chance to scrap theirs, but then you've got auditors still asking for it during audits. Talk about confusing. Who's right in this scenario?
That's the puzzle we're cracking today. We're going to break down the difference between a quality manual and a procedure and figure out if a manual still brings value to the table. Think of it this way. A manual is like a map of the city, giving you the overall layout, while a procedure is like a set of road instructions, guiding you turn by turn.
So the big question is, in today's ISO landscape, do we still need that city map? Let's find out.
Let's dive into what a quality manual actually is. Think of it as the big picture. It's that essential document that provides a high-level overview of your quality management system.
Exactly. It spells out what system exists. What's the scope of your organization? How do all the processes interact? What are your key quality policies? And crucially, how do you address the ISO 9001 requirements?
And here's the key. It doesn't get bogged down in the nitty-gritty. For instance, the manual might state, "Our company ensures production quality through documented procedures and continuous monitoring."
But that manual won't detail how to operate each specific machine or outline the step-by-step assembly process. That's procedure territory.
So, bottom line, the manual is your system overview. It's the answer to the auditor's question. How is your management system structured? It sets the stage. Let's dive deeper into procedures. Think of them as your detailed playbook. A procedure explains how to perform a specific task. They're operational, meaning they're about actually doing the work.
Give me some examples.
Sure. An internal audit procedure outlines the step-by-step for conducting an audit. A corrective action procedure, that details how to handle problems and prevent them from recurring. Other common examples would be purchase, production, or even complaint handling procedures.
So a procedure is a work method.
Exactly. It answers the question, how exactly do you do this? Procedures provide that step-by-step flow needed to guide someone. So to put it simply, a manual is like the blueprint, whereas the procedure is like the actual instruction manual. The manual shows structure, the procedure shows action. Okay, so ISO 9001-2015 shifted the focus to documented information, giving companies flexibility. But what does that really mean? It means the structure of your system still matters, even if a formal manual isn't mandatory.
Exactly. Think of it this way. ISO isn't dictating the format, but it is saying you need a well-organized system. A quality manual, even a simplified one, can be incredibly useful. It helps new employees grasp the system quickly, gives auditors a clear overview, and clarifies process interactions.
And without it, things can get messy. Procedures might exist, but without a clear structure, it's like having all the ingredients for a cake, but no recipe. Auditors can struggle to understand the flow, and the whole system can feel scattered.
So even though it's not mandatory, consider keeping a simple, updated quality manual. A process interaction diagram, scope, policies, and references to procedures are key. Think of it as a management system summary versus the step-by-step of procedures.
Ultimately, ISO doesn't force you, but removing the manual entirely is like ripping out the table of contents from a book. Procedures tell you how to work. The manual tells you how everything connects. Simple as that. So why is this manual still important even if ISO doesn't demand it? Well, think about new employees. It's like giving them a cheat sheet to understand the whole quality system quickly.
Exactly. And for auditors, it's a lifesaver. Instead of digging through piles of procedures, they get a system overview up front. Plus, it clearly shows how all your processes interact, crucial for understanding the big picture.
Right. It helps organize your management system, making everything easier to navigate. And let's not forget training. It's super useful during training and those all-important certification audits.
But what happens when companies skip the manual altogether? Things get messy fast. The system becomes scattered, procedures exist in isolation, and there's no clear structure tying it all together.
And that makes it a nightmare for auditors. They have to piece the entire system together themselves. A manual acts like a system blueprint. Without it, you're essentially handing them a jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces. Let's picture this: a bustling factory floor. The quality manual? It lays out the company's scope, what the factory does, which departments exist, and the overall flow of production, along with key policies.
Right, it's like the blueprint. And then you have the procedures. These are your detailed guides. How do you inspect incoming raw materials? Got a procedure for that. Packing the finished product? Procedure. Handling customer complaints? Another procedure.
Exactly. The manual is your factory map, showing you the different areas and how they connect. But the procedures? They're your driving directions to get a specific job done.
So if an auditor walks in and asks to see your system structure, the manual gives them that quick overview. Without it, you're piecing together process maps and policies, which can be time-consuming and confusing. It's about efficiency and clarity.
Let's talk about the auditor's perspective. Imagine an auditor walks into your company and asks, "Show me the structure of your quality system."
If you have a quality manual, that's an easy request to fulfill. You hand them the manual and they get a clear overview.
But what if you don't have one? Then you're scrambling to piece it together. You'd have to present process maps, policies, and individual procedures separately. It takes much more time and can lead to confusion.
Exactly. A manual acts like a consolidated reference point. Now, a smart approach many companies take is to create a simplified quality manual, not bulky, but clear and useful.
Think of it as a streamlined guide that includes a process interaction diagram, the company's scope, key policies, and references to the specific procedures.
It's about efficiency and clarity, making the auditor's job and yours much smoother.
Okay, let's drill this down. Think of the manual as your management system summary. It's the executive briefing.
Exactly. And the procedure? That's the process instruction. It's step by step. Manual, summary, procedure, the detail.
The ISO doesn't force you to keep a manual, but ditching it entirely, it's like yanking the table of contents from a book. You know what the chapters are, but how do they relate?
That's key. Procedures show you how to work, one task at a time. The manual, it shows you how everything connects.
Best practice? Keep a simplified, updated quality manual. It doesn't need to be a monster. A clear, useful summary is all it takes. So we've explored the importance of a simplified, updated quality manual. Think of it as your ISO 9001-2015 North Star. It guides you.
Exactly. ISO doesn't force a manual, but ditching it entirely? That's like ripping out the table of contents. You know the chapters exist, but good luck finding them.
Procedures are your work instructions, step by step. The manual? It shows how those steps connect to the bigger picture, the overall management system. It's all about context.
It highlights the flow. It's the difference between knowing how to bake a cake and understanding how the recipe fits into the bakery's entire operation.
Best practice? Keep it simple, keep it updated. A concise manual, a living document, is far more valuable than a dusty binder no one uses.
You don't need the whole encyclopedia, just the important summary. Keep it relevant to your processes.
Make that manual a summary of your processes. Think about the memory trick, a management system summary compared to the step-by-step instructions of a procedure.
A summary enables everyone to be on the same page, understanding the overall process structure.
In short, keep a simple, updated quality manual, like a table of contents for your entire ISO system.
It's the map to your quality management city. Now, on to the outro.
So, if you're keen on simplifying ISO concepts and making sure your quality management system isn't a headache, we've got you covered.
Absolutely. Here at Sturcher Consultancy, we believe standards should be straightforward, not sources of confusion.
Think of it this way. Procedures are like individual ingredients in a recipe, but the manual? That's the cookbook telling you how everything comes together to create a delicious meal or, a top-notch management system.
Exactly. And remember, ISO might not force you to have that cookbook, but trust us, it makes life and audits a whole lot easier. A simple, updated manual helps everyone, from new hires to seasoned auditors, understand the big picture.
So, if you found this helpful and you're ready to make standards simple, subscribe to Search Your Consultancy. We're here to make your ISO journey smooth and successful.
Join us and let's make standards simple together.